All right, all right, all right. What is good, y'all? I'll give it a couple minutes here, like always. We got a lot to cover. See, so we got Worsen in here. Like I said, myself. What's up, Teflon? Appreciate you joining, bro. What's up, Khalil? Appreciate you joining, bro. Got a lot to cover. A lot to cover on this stream, man. So I'm gonna get a couple minutes. Yeah, Hawks probably gonna lose. Yeah, I feel that. We suck at Toronto. Yeah, I feel that. So I won't bet on us winning tonight. Uh, Too inconsistent. Win loss, win loss. That's usually how we do. Yeah, Teflon. I'm gonna do a recap after the game. I'm gonna do one tonight. So y'all be on the lookout for that. As already looks at. Yeah, man. I'm not really looking forward to the game tonight. I'll be honest with you. The game last night just kind of I felt like it was way too close. With not being able to pull away from a team that was missing their best player, and which has been the story of has been the story of the Hawks all season. So I'm not really too confident about tonight. Teflon said, "Look, do you feel like I'm breach ghost status? Hell no, more JC bullshit." Yeah, I think, man. Listen, man. I've been a person who has been against a JC trade up until this point, but at this point, I would not be against it, and that's not because I think he's a bad player and I want JC to get traded. That's because JC deserves better, and JC really needs to find himself a situation and get freed from this trash ass organization that the Hawks are. I just feel like it's time for JC to be freed and move on to another team um, where he can really flourish. So I don't want JC to get traded like because I don't like him, but y'all get what I'm saying. Trey's not. I'm not even gonna respond to those comments, man. Y'all be fucking wilding. Khalil, you be off your rocker, bro. I can't, man. I can't with some of y'all, bro. Anyway, I wanted to do the stream tonight, because I know a lot of y'all are probably wondering about what my opinion is on the whole front office situation with like the news regarding Nick Wrestler and Tony Wrestler and all that bullshit. So I didn't want to get into my recap tonight. So that's kind of why I wanted to do the stream tonight. What can MJ do that Trey can't? Play defense. Are we serious? Hey, stop. We should trade DeJounte before he leaves. Yeah, that was one thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. Was the DeJounte trade that obviously the Hawks did. So far it has not worked, and giving up 3 first round picks for DeJounte is just uh it was a lot, and that's why Travis Schlenk is no longer the GM, because Nick Wrestler pretty much overrode his decisions. He didn't want to trade for DeJounte because he felt like the price of DeJounte was too high. Kyle Korver needs to learn our players. Yeah, that's a fact. To be honest, forgot defense was part of basketball. Well, defense is a part of basketball, my guy, and we're bad at it. So that's part of the reason why the Hawks are trash. So we should have got Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I mean, I think Donovan Mitchell would have probably been a lot better fit. But at the same time, then it is what it is. We got DeJounte. I've already touched on, he. I don't think he should be a max contract player. But now looking back on that trade, man, it's just. Do you say the Spurs won the trade? I know it's we're only halfway through the season in this first year with Atlanta, but do you have the Spurs won that trade officially? Because we have not played like we're supposed to be playing, and this trade has not panned out the way it was supposed to in terms of us being a top 6 seed. Still a lot of basketball left, but I'm not going to keep saying that, man. Like it's at some point wins have to start coming, or else I don't know, man. I really don't know what the direction of this team is anymore. I really with Tony Wrestler and Nick Wrestler being pretty much in control of everything, I don't really know where this team goes from here. Because when I watch, man, this team really is in shambles. The front office is in shambles. The players don't trust each other. I just don't know, man. I just think that we're in a bad situation right now. And honestly, I think as long as Nick Wrestler is over kind of the basketball operations and foreseeing or overlooking, Landry Fields and Kyle Korver, we're never gonna win. And I don't really know what more we can even say about that. So I don't know. Yeah, Monk. I've said that in my last two recaps that I don't understand why that AJ Griffin's minutes have been cut so significantly. I mean, he was getting around 20 to 25 minutes a night. Now he's down to around 14, 15 minutes a night, sometimes only 10 minutes. And I just don't get it, man. And that's coaching. Like y'all already know how I feel about Nate, man. I say it every stream. I say it every fucking video. I'm done talking about Nate McMillan as the fucking coach of this team because y'all already know how I feel about it. So I'm not talking about it. I'm so annoyed, man, because it's just like I'm not even excited to watch the games anymore. Like we're a bad team. We're a bad team, and it's not fun to watch. We're not a fun team to watch, and I don't know. I don't know. Y'all drop a like on the stream if y'all are in here. Subscribe if you're new. Like I always say, I know pretty much everybody that tunes into the streams is all repeat same most of the same people, and I appreciate that. So, let me see. Can it get worse? It can. It really can. Um, I don't know how, but it can. We're missing Capella still. Okongwu had a great game last night, man. I was really impressed with what I saw from Double O last night. But even still, man, we just got to figure it out, man. I just don't know where we go from here. I really don't. Nate should tell the players to do ball movement. Man, I don't know. Nate is a W for putting the worst lineup in. Nate's lineups make no fucking sense. When you're playing Bogey, who's shooting 1 for 96, like and AJ Griffin can actually hit shots. Like Bogey has been so off and on, yet he plays 25, 27, almost 30 minutes when he's shooting like dog shit. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand that. So that's a problem, man. It really is a problem. Pop knew what he was doing when he was made the trade for DeJounte Murray. Yeah, that's a fact. Pop knew he was. I mean, granted, he did want DeJounte to be able to be in a winning situation, but at the same time, like I don't I don't blame Atlanta for making the trade, but at the same time, we did give up a lot of we gave up a lot. We've given up 3 first-round picks for a dude who's played well, but just hasn't really worked out as as in total. I don't really know how I feel about it. So Eddie, appreciate that, man. Yeah, drop a like, y'all. Drop a like on the stream. Hurts to watch, but I'm excited to watch. Well, Khalil, you might be the only one, bro, because there ain't too many Hawks fans that are enjoying watching and excited to watch us right now. Because now I go into the games expecting an L. I really do, and I'm gonna keep it a beam, man. Like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna realist at the end of the day. We suck. It's just that fucking simple. We suck. I don't know how else to put it. Feel like Capella doing this on purpose. I don't know, man. I think it's time for Capella to go. As much as we need a center, like we need Capella in the lineup, as crazy as to say, but I think we should trade him as well. It's kind of weird, like, because I'm 50-50 on it. Hesley says the same things every stream and recap, but about Nate. Yeah, bro, that's tough on you. That's facts, bro. That's why I'm tired of talking about it, man. Because I don't know what else. Like, I can't continue to go in and talk about Nate McMillan because my opinion on it's not going to change. He's a fucking joke of a coach. So I say the same thing every stream and every recap. Like I said, I'm a broken record. Nate's old school coach, Nate old school thinking will always give vets over rookies. Time for him to go. Yeah, that's a fact. So that's how it's the same thing in Charlotte with Steve Clifford. Steve Clifford doesn't play Mark Williams, but he plays Miles Plumlee, and they have -6 wins on the season. So I don't understand that. Have you heard the JC news? Yeah, I saw the report earlier that the Hawks granted his camp to seek their own trade, which I I mean I guess like I don't really know what that's gonna do because Atlanta still has to agree to the trade offer. But the one trade that I have liked that I have seen is the Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley trade. Now I don't know how well that does for us because we already have two wings off the bench with AJ Griffin and and Bogey, obviously. So I don't really know where Malik Beasley fits into that. So I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I don't know, man. JC's trade value is kind of weird at this point because we really don't know what we can get in return for him at this point. But I do think that Atlanta just needs to move on from him. And again, not because I hate JC, not because I want JC to go, but because I feel like it is time for him to go to another opportunity to where he can flourish and he can get touches and really just be free from this fucking joke of an organization that we have. They wanted defense, no offense. Yeah, and he wants defense, and we don't play no defense. So, like, what the hell is he there for? Because we're still one of the worst defensive teams in basketball. We should play Derek Favors. Yeah, I don't understand why signing, you signed Derek Favors to a 10-day contract for them to sit on the bench. Like, what the fuck is the purpose of that? I don't understand signing a dude to a 10-day contract and you don't play him. But that's Nate for you. And Frank, yeah, Frank had a really good game the other night. What was it against? Who was it against? It was against the Bucks when he started going crazy in the third and fourth quarter. Been like 3 weeks, bro, for Capella. Yeah, I'm 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 over it, man. I'm over Capella. Like he can kick rocks at this point. Trade JC for Giannis. I love it. I love it. JC straight up for Giannis. Perfect trade. I love it. Even. It's even. Evenly matched. Tress put the season on his back. Time for him to go off. Yeah, I mean, Trey has been playing a lot better as of recently. He's been shooting a lot better. I mean, he hit 6 threes last night. Granted, it was his only field goals that he hit, but I mean, Trey did hit 6 threes last night. But he obviously took that dumbass shot at the end of the game, which I question. I get it, but I question it. So I mean, but he has played better. So that has been nice to see. All right, I'll see y'all boys. Y'all be safe. All right, Teflon, appreciate you joining, bro. Trey's starting to carry again, like, yeah, that's a fact, bro. Trey's played a lot better, man. He said, "Free me from work." We have a good team. We have good players. We just have a dumb coach. Deja vu, get rid of. Yeah, I mean, I do agree with that. I do think that if this team that they have the right foundation, if Nate was gone, then we would play better. But listen, man, I'm not gonna go into that because y'all already, like I said, y'all already know how I feel about that. I've said it from the fucking beginning that I think it's coaching, but it doesn't matter what I think. You know what I'm saying? Nick Ressler, who is basically over everything, is not going to fire Nate. It's not going to happen. So we might as well just accept that Nate McMillan is the coach going forward. I don't know if it's going to change. Frank should come off the bench. I mean, he showed his moments, man, but he can't play defense and he can't rebound. So I mean, he's a decent offensive player, but other than that, man, Frank don't really do anything for us. So I don't really know how I feel about that. Free game. If Nate was fired, who taking the coach? I would say probably Joe Prunty. He's the most experienced. I would say Joe Prunty would probably take over. Wishful thinking. I think resigning Nate is better option. I think resigning Nate is better option than firing him. Nate's not going to resign. He's not going to resign, man. I just don't see it happening. Okay, so Derek Favors. Yeah, I mean Derek Favors. I wouldn't mind if we played him. I mean he's a vet. He knows. I mean he's got a solid offense. I mean I don't understand why you signed due to a 10-day contract for him to sit on the bench. Like fuck's the purpose of that? I don't understand that. Yeah. That shot was a setup. Trey had been doing that shot since. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I understand it. Let me rephrase that. It was. Let me try. I'm trying to think of how to word this. It was still a bad shot. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I understand what he was trying to do because there was a double coverage coming that leaves now the edge in rebounding on the glass with throwing up that type of shot because you had a second defender come over. So now you have two people. He gets up a quick shot. Now you have four people going for the rebound as opposed to the Pacers had three. So I do get it. but at the same time, it was still a bad shot. Now, obviously, it ended up working out because DeJounte got the offensive rebound. He put it up, and then JC, obviously, we know puts back the game winner. Would you take the job as the Hawks GM? No question. No question. Get me in there. Get me in there. I'll fix this team because Nate's the first one to go if I'm GM. The first one to fucking go. KD or JT? That's a damn good question, Jacoby. This season, man, I don't know because KD right now is having one of the the best efficiency seasons we have ever seen. And but JT's also playing at an MVP level. So I think right now they're like neck and neck in terms of who I would choose. But KD's out right now with an injury. But I mean, going forward this season, I trust KD more than JT just because JT folded in the finals. So in the playoffs, I trust KD more than JT. Taking the job of the GM is the Atlanta Hawks the most stressful job. Yeah, facts. Because that's because whoever the GM is doesn't get free reign to do what they to make the moves that they want to make because it's all overshadowed by Nick Wrestler, who's I'm older than Nick Wrestler, y'all. Y'all keep that in mind. This dude Nick Wrestler is younger than me and is legitimately running the Hawks into the fucking ground. And because he oversees everything, we will never be able to compete for a championship until he gives the GM Landry, whoever is the basketball operations, and right now it's Landry Fields, until he gives them the power to do the moves that they want to do, we'll never get over the hump, man. I promise y'all, we will never get over the hump. We're gonna turn to the fucking Knicks because of how Dolan is with the Knicks, and that I'm telling you, Nick Wrestler is gonna destroy this team. Bro averaged 10.7 rebounds in 24 minutes. Mark Leader, who you talking about? You talking about Derek Favors? Too much money on the table for Nate to resign. Exactly. Yeah, Eddie. That's why Nate's not gonna resign, bro. Like it's just that would be stupid for him to resign. I just don't see it. He would have to get fired, and I don't know if uh if that's gonna be what the front office wants because clearly I think it would have happened by now if he was gonna get fired. I really do. Bro, they gonna fire you for making moves. Bro, you probably right, man. I'm gonna make one move and then I'm gonna get fired. Like man. God damn it. I hate this. I really hate this, man. I was so excited for this season, bro. I really was, man. I really was. And oh god. I was so excited for the season. And it just I have no excitement when I am watching the games. I don't clap anymore. I don't cheer anymore. I don't even fucking get mad, bro, because it's just I expect it at this point, man. I really do. I expect them to blow a lead. I expect them not to complete a comeback. It's I just so it's like what I'm not shocked. I don't know, man. It's disappointing. It really is. What do we need to get the win tonight? Um, fuck, man. What don't we need? We need our shooters to make shots. We need we gotta play defense. We gotta protect the paint. That's the biggest thing. We gotta play defense tonight, man. And Pascal's gonna be playing, and he has dominated Atlanta every single time. So I don't know, man. I don't like the matchup against Toronto. I mean, we barely beat them in Atlanta. Damn near fully. I think we were fully healthy. Maybe no Bogdanovich. I don't think. Maybe it was Bogey back. I can't remember. But they were missing like two or three starters that game, man. Two or three got four, six rotation guys, whatever it was, and we still barely won. So I don't trust us against Toronto. No, yes, bro. Nick Wrestler's 27 years old. He's younger than me. That's younger than me. So y'all keep that in mind. Nick Wrestler, who's running the team, as Tony Wrestler's son, is younger than I am. And I'm sitting in my apartment doing a live stream while he's making fucking millions running the Atlanta Hawks into the ground. Yeah, real great. Corver assistant GM. Yeah, Timothy Corver's the assistant GM, but I mean, like, but what to what worth though? Because if Travis Schlenk wasn't able to do the moves that he wanted to do, Landry Fields and Kyle Corver ain't going to be able to either. Because Nick Wrestler is the Tony Dungy or not Tony, yeah, Tony Dungy. is the fucking Dolan, the Dolan of the Hawks. It's just it's a fact, bro. Hey, it's not a bad shot. Trey has closed out. Hold up. Fucking cats, man. They be pissing me off. Hold on, I missed one. It's not a bad shot. Trey has closed out games like that over and over. I get that, man, but it's still it doesn't make it a good shot. Like just because it's a makeable shot doesn't make it a good shot. There's a big difference. Yes, he can make that shot, but that doesn't make it a good shot. You know what I'm saying? Like I get your point, but it's just not a good shot. I mean, I don't know. You have to trade 7 draft picks to be a GM. Yeah, seems like it. Landry took GM power at the beginning of the year. Landry took GM power. That's yeah, that's fine. But Travis Schlenk was still the president of basketball operations. So Travis Schlenk was still over the entire like moves and all that. So yeah, Landry Fields was the GM, but Travis Schlenk was still in charge of the basketball operations. So everything still had to go through Travis Schlenk in order for it to be a move. And now that he stepped down, now Landry Fields moves into that role. Oh, I missed a couple comments here, man. First to get rebounds, defense. Second, we got to drill shots. Yeah, yeah. They gotta crash the glass tonight. Crash the glass, protect the paint, and knock down shots. That's the recipe for a dub tonight. No Bogey. Yeah, I didn't think Bogey played that game. Because I was at the game and I didn't remember seeing him play. So to win a championship, you have to get a championship coach. That's a fact. We got to have a championship coach, and that's not Nate McMillan. Trey and the team struggles with the teams with length. Yeah, that's a fact. Uh, well, Trey played relatively well against Toronto last time, so and I think he's fully got out of his shooting slump now. So I think we're going to see a better Trey tonight than we saw earlier in the year against Toronto. So I think he'll still have a solid game. Maybe not a like a spectacular game, but I think he'll get a normal 25 piece tonight. Somewhere around there. Hit the like, fellas, 21 in the chat. Hey, I appreciate that, Eddie. Appreciate that, Eddie. Yeah, y'all like up the stream, man. We got 22 in here. We only got 5 likes. So y'all drop a like. It ain't that hard. It takes 2.6 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like on the stream, baby. No Bogdan. Oh, so Bogey's out tonight. So that means AJ Griffin's gonna oh, you said no, but oh, you meant tonight. No Bogey tonight. So that means AJ Griffin's gonna be getting more minutes, which he should. So that means Aaron Holiday is gonna be getting more minutes, which scares me as well. And that means Justin Holiday may get minutes as well. So we'll see. It's business. I hope you would teach your son. Yeah, I mean it is a business, but I mean Tony Wrestler has not done a good job of teaching Nick Wrestler. So yeah, we've seen how that has worked. Tony Dungy. Yeah, I don't know why I said Tony Dungy, bro. Damn NFL head coach. I don't know why the hell I said Tony Dungy. Trey thought he was damn against. Okay, facts, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna dive into it anymore. James Dolan of the Hawks. That is nasty. Timothy, bro, that is nasty facts, man. That is so scary. That's nasty work, man. I heard someone say that Trey Young is the Kyler Murray of the NBA, and I can't unhear it. No, man, I ain't that's ridiculous. Because Trey Young's still going to be a perennial All Star. Kyler Murray is just people are only saying that because of the size, like the size comparison. Because Trey Young's undersized and Kyler Murray's undersized. Tell me what a good shot is. Okay, so a good shot, I mean, number one, if you're gonna get into an isolation, if you're gonna get into an isolation, which they normally do, then go to the rim and try and get fouled or get into a pick and roll and get a mismatch and then maybe hit a one-on-one step back, not pulling up for a 35 point or a 35-foot logo three when you have two defenders coming at you. That's not a good shot. No matter how you want to slice it, bro, it's not a good shot. I understand Trey can make it. It doesn't make it a good shot. That's my opinion. That's y'all can disagree if you want. Bogey not playing Saturday. Yeah, that's what Monk said earlier. So I mean, it is what it is, man. He's been kind of trash recently. So I mean, I think we can still win without Bogey, but I just don't know if we're gonna win tonight. Travis had no power. AJ and Tyrese Martin was Landry's picks. Bro, Travis did have power, bro. He was the one who built the Hawks. He was the president of basketball operations. He drafted JC. He drafted Trey Young. He drafted Kevin Herter. He drafted those guys. It was when just because Landry Fields was the GM, it doesn't mean that he was in control. Travis Schlenk was still over him as the president of basketball operations. It's when he stepped down that's when he no longer because Nick Wrestler overridden Travis. This is all what I'm reading, bro. This is what I have read. This is not me talking out of my ass. I've read this in multiple articles that Travis Schlenk was the one that was the basketball operations. He was over everything. Once he stepped down, that now goes to Landry Fields. But when Travis Schlenk was president of basketball operations, Nick Wrestler was overriding everything. Everything that Travis Schlenk wanted to do, he could not do because Nick Wrestler overrode it. This is what I've read, bro. It's not, just me making shit up. Trey shot over two people. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Khalil Bro was a bad shot. I mean, your surprise team in the NBA so far. Um, honestly, Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn. Now, granted, I'm not saying Brooklyn was going to be a bad team, but I didn't think that they were going to be playing as good as they are now because of all the distractions with Kyrie. Like the whole coaching issues with Steve Nash. I think so far the Nets have been to me the biggest surprise. Um, and honestly, us with as bad as we've been, that's a big surprise to me because y'all know if y'all seen my super early Eastern Conference playoff predictions, I picked us being a 4 seed, and that's looking like a dumbass pick now. I also spoke to someone. No, I didn't speak to anybody. I say the Pelicans. Yeah, the Pelicans. No, I actually said I knew the Pelicans were going to be good, man. Because Zion, as long as Zion's healthy, then the Pelicans are going to be a good team. Um, Unfortunately, he's hurt now, so I don't know how that's going to fare for them going forward. But I knew the Pelicans were going to be a solid team. Hawks reportedly trade John Collins for Nuggets from the Nuggets. Yeah, I wish, bro. I mean, if we can get even just a good, solid package back, I think it's a dub. I mean, we don't really need the draft picks or anything, but I mean, what we do, obviously, we always need draft picks. But I think if we can get a competent package back, then it's a win. You are the all-star captain, and you have the first pick. Um, Giannis. Giannis is the best player in the league. That's I've stuck by that. Giannis to me, even though he's had like a rough like last 3 or 4 games. Um, Giannis to me is the best player in the league, so he would be my number one pick. That's I love Giannis. He's my favorite player. We should have ran those city jerseys from last year back. Like, bro, Khalil, I love the city jerseys from last year, bro. Those were my favorite city jerseys last year. I'm so mad that the Hawks did not drop authentics in those ones because I wanted an authentic version of last year's, but they didn't make them. So I had to settle for a swingman. But I did just go on and order a DeJounte City authentic this year for this year. So I did just order that, but it's on pre-order. So Wrestler son Landry, the dad wants Lombardi, but wants yeah, wishful thinking, bro. We ain't never gonna win championship, man. As long as the wrestlers are in charge, we ain't never gonna win championship. What's your thought on Skip Bayless, bro? I hate Skip Bayless, Khalil. I think Skip Bayless is a joke of an analyst. I think he's out of pocket way too many times. I can't stand Skip Bayless. I really wish somebody would put him in his place. And I mean, I watched the whole thing of the DeMar Hamlin thing whenever what's his name? Fucking Shannon Sharp. Golly, it was drawing a blank. Whenever Shannon Sharp got into it with him on set, I can't stand Skip Bayless. I miss the yellow. Yeah, yeah, man. Them yellow jerseys are so cold, man. I got the DeAndre Hunter one hanging in my closet. I love those. I really just wish they would have dropped the Authentics, man. Those are so cold. I talked to Travis in the text. You talked to Travis in the text? Okay, so you got inside information. That's cool. I wish I could do that. They need to sell the team. Yeah, realistically, I mean, as long as they stay in Atlanta, they can sell the team. I just don't want to I don't want them to leave Atlanta. I'd probably cry if they left Atlanta, but uh I do think they need to sell the team for sure. Talk about the Falcons. There's really not much for me to say about the Falcons, man. I didn't really watch I didn't really watch a lot of the Falcons this year, which is the first time I haven't watched them in a long time. They just I'm not really the NFL is rubbing me the wrong way, and that's besides the point. But I really do hope they get Lamar Jackson somehow. If they can get Lamar Jackson, I'll be reinvested into the Falcons. And I like Drake London. I think you saw it. Yeah, I mean, like that's what I said. I understand. I understand the strategy, but it was still a bad shot. Like what I mean. So I did agree to disagree. I get it. It opened up more rebounders. I get all that, but agree to disagree. Um, you watch Undisputed? Yeah. Every now and then I'll watch clips of it on YouTube. But I don't really like watch it on TV, Khalil. I kind of watch it. I kind of just watch it on YouTube if I see a clip that I want to watch. That Julio jersey peeking in the background. Yeah. That's the autograph Julio jersey, bro. I got that autographed at camp. That's why I got it in that case. I got another one hanging in my closet. That's authentic. But yeah, I got that autograph at camp the year before COVID hit, which would have been technically his last year with Atlanta at training camp. I got it. I got it signed, so I was happy about that. Nate got Nate got Travis fired. Travis didn't get fired, bro. He stepped down. There was a difference. Travis didn't get fired. He decided to basically remove himself as that in that role and just step down. I mean, they never recovered since 2083. Yeah, that's a fact. That's why I don't really care about the Falcons anymore, bro. I mean, as crazy as that is to say, I just ever since that 28-3 collapse, man, I'll never get over it, and that will haunt me forever. Hey, but hey, at least Georgia's the national championships, baby, because Georgia now back to back. At least we got that. Let's see. Hello, yeah, I said I'll watch it on YouTube. I don't know if you missed that, but yeah, I said I'll watch it on YouTube. I just don't really watch it on TV. If I see a clip, on YouTube or Twitter, then I'll watch it on there. But I'm not going to go out of my way to watch Undisputed because I hate Skip Bayless. But I like Shannon Sharp though. He's cool. Hey, what's up, Tesh? Appreciate you joining. Well, the Yellow City jersey from last year was legendary, and I think it's our best yet. Yeah, man. Like I said, I love them. I love them. God, I wish I had an authentic man. I don't know how many times I can say that. I love them. We won a championship with the wrestlers. I don't see that. I don't see that. Appreciate you joining, Alex. What's good? I don't know. I'm just not under the interpretation we can win a championship with the wrestlers being at the head. DeAndre Hunter has become really has come through the league. Yeah, man, I love Dre. Y'all know how I feel about Dre, man. I love DeAndre Hunter, man. This dude is so underrated. He had an incredible game last night. Hit six threes. He plays elite defense. I love DeAndre Hunter. I think he is one of the building blocks for this team, and I think realistically he could be our second best player. I really do. I've been a fan of him. All he has to do is stay healthy. If we can stay healthy, we got a really good a really good foundation with him and Trey. I love Dre. Yeah, Hawks are not Hawks. Falcons are a rebuild. They had a solid season for being a rebuilding team. You fuck with Stephen A. Smith and Forrest. I didn't see that, Khalil. I didn't see what he said, so you'll have to let me know or send me on Twitter or send it to me on Instagram or whatever or Facebook. I didn't see that. Yeah, the big hawk across the chest of the 4-4. Fire, bro. Fire. Run it back, Atlanta. The other Hunter is my favorite player on the Hawks. Yeah, man, I love Dre, man. Dre's my second favorite player on the Hawks, low key. Behind Trey. I love Trey. It just, y'all know how I feel. Falcons are rebuild. That's what. Yeah, I got what you meant, Jacoby. I knew what you meant. We're rebuilding. They're rebuilding, but I don't know. I mean, they got a good future for real because they've done a good job of shedding the bad contracts. As much as I hate to say, because a lot of them they were my favorite players, but they have done a good job of shedding contracts and building cap room maybe make a run at a huge name free agent. So we'll see what the Falcons decide to do. Why you think that's the best? Collins. Travis got moved because he didn't win. I mean, Travis was part of the reason why we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, man. So I mean, that was constructed by Travis Schlenk. Travis Schlenk was the one who constructed that roster. So I mean, he had a lot to do with that run. That last shot by Trey was not it. Yeah, man. We was talking about that earlier. Um, we was just talking about that. I said that earlier that I don't think that was a great shot, but even though it's a makeable shot for Trey, it doesn't make it a great. It doesn't make it a good shot. Atlantic cursed. I think so. I think the Hawks and the Falcons are cursed. The Braves ain't cursed. Georgia ain't cursed because they clearly can win. But the Hawks and the Falcons, unfortunately, we might be cursed, man. We might be cursed. I thought by the Braves winning the World Series, we was gonna. I thought by the Braves winning the World Series, I thought that was gonna break the curse. You don't understand. He stepped down because he was forced to. I mean, where I don't know where you heard. I mean, I didn't hear that. I mean, that's not what I read. But like I said, if that's what you read, then so be it. But I mean, I didn't read that, so I don't know. I read that it was like a mutual decision because I mean, Travis Schlenk wasn't being able to do what he wanted to. So like, why the fuck am I in this role? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I stay in this role if I can't even do the moves that I want to do? So, uh, it is what it is, man. It's Travis Schlenk. I think did a great job of building his team. It sucks that he's no longer a part of that, but it is what it is. Falcons' future is extremely bright, in my opinion. Algier and London. Yeah, I like Tyler Algier, man. He was really he was tough last year. This past season. He runs hard, and he was like a fifth or like a fourth or fifth round pick too. I think they got a good core in place. We just need a quarterback because Mariota was not it. I don't know. I just don't. I haven't seen enough of Desmond Ritter to have my opinion on him. What do you know about Mike? Not really anything, man. To be honest with you, um, I don't really know much about him. Hang on, I got. Good. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. Your reaction on 2016 versus the Super Bowl? Look, man, Jacoby. I actually, when I was watching that game, I lived in Pennsylvania at the time. When I was watching that game, me and my homeboy, who's also a Falcons fan, up there, we actually started looking for plane tickets at halftime to Atlanta for a parade because we were so sure that we had it in the bag. And I legit almost cried. I ain't gonna lie. I legit almost cried when we ended up losing that Super Bowl because at the time in 2016, at the time I was a bigger Falcons fan than Hawks fan, but now I'm a bigger Hawks fan than Falcons fan. I was always a fan of both, but I was always Falcons over everything. But ever since then, it just kind of dipped. Um, you back in GA now? No, I'm actually in South Carolina. I live in South Carolina now. I'm from Atlanta originally, but I live in South Carolina now. Hawks already has some coaches in mind to replace Nate. I sure hope so, because Nate ain't the move. That's for damn sure. So we got about what 20 something minutes left on the stream. Game's on at 7:30 tonight, so hopefully we can get a dub. If we can get a dub tonight, maybe, just maybe, it'll start to turn the season around. I'm not going to count on that. I'm not going to bet on that. But hopefully, just hopefully, we can start to maybe turn the season around if we get a dub tonight. But we got our hands full with the Raptors because even though the Raptors haven't been good, they still play Atlanta well. What's the next home game you're coming to? I'm going to be at the Pacers game in March for my bachelor party. Me and my homeboys are going to the Pacers game in March. It's like March, I think like March 17th, I think it is somewhere around there. It's a Saturday game. So I'm gonna be at that game. So if y'all do go to that game, look for me, man. I'm gonna be there. I know that's a while from now though. It's like 2 months from now. So Raptors own us. Yeah, yeah, they have in the past, man. Former Falcon Matt Ryan blowing up the league. Yeah, I feel bad for Matt Ryan too, man. I love Matt Ryan. He's the greatest thing that has ever happened to the Falcons. He got us to a Super Bowl. He won an MVP. Matt Ryan just he can't get away from the blown leads, but it's not on him. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm getting married next year, so my bachelor or not next year, this year. I'm getting married this year, so my bachelor party is going to be at a Hawks game, man. I wanted that for my bachelor party. Nothing crazy, I don't need to go crazy downtown Atlanta. You feel me? But I just want to go watch my guys with my homeboys, and hopefully, if we don't win that game, I'm gonna really be pissed. Has almost cried. Yeah, I almost cried, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I almost cried when we lost. I really did. AJ should get a 50 bomb. No, I don't think he's gonna get 50. I don't think that. Nate got him fired, but why not? Why not playing his draft picks? Nate made Travis picks him. Yeah, that's a fact. Nate has made Travis draft picks look bad because he doesn't know how to utilize them. He doesn't play. Nate doesn't run an offense to their strength. Like he doesn't know how to run the Hawks. I'm gonna say the Falcons because we've been talking about the Falcons. Whoa, no, Mike Vick is the greatest thing or Dion to the Falcons. No, I can't say that, bro, because Matt Ryan accomplished more for Atlanta than both of them guys did. Vic was more transcendent and was more popular, and probably Dion was too, but they didn't do what Matt Ryan did for the Falcons. Them guys didn't do that. I love Vic. Vic's one of my all-time favorite players, but he didn't do what Matt Ryan has done for the Falcons with getting them to a Super Bowl, winning an MVP. None of them guys have done that. So Matt Ryan is the GOAT when it comes to Atlanta, the Atlanta Falcons franchise. I mean, he's top 10 all-time in passing. He holds damn near every fucking passing record. I think every passing record for the Falcons. Matt Ryan's the greatest thing that happened to the Falcons franchise. It's just we just couldn't get it done while he was a quarterback. Unfortunately, you can blame Kyle Shanahan for that. You think the season can be excused as the players just gelling and building chemistry? No, I really don't, Alex. I don't think it could be excused. Because you have a team like the Cavs, where they're implementing a new piece too, and they're one of the best teams in the East. So I can't give them an excuse. I can't give them a pass just because they're trying to build chemistry and everything. Like we're halfway into the season. If you haven't built chemistry and figure out how to play with each other now, it's not going to happen. We're halfway into the season. I can't give them an excuse for that. Mike Lombardi is our next coach. Where did you hear that, bro? I don't. I ain't heard that, man. I mean, maybe I ain't never heard that. So you go to Hawks games. That was I've been to a couple so far. Keep in mind I lived in Pennsylvania for 12 years, so I was a long ways away from Atlanta. And when I lived up there, the closest basketball arena to me was Cleveland, and it was a 3-hour drive. So I didn't really go to a ton of NBA games when I lived up in Pennsylvania. But now since I've been in South Carolina, I've been to a game in Charlotte. The game in Charlotte. It was a couple years ago. It was back before we were a playoff team. This was back before the Hornets even had LaMelo. I think it was the season before they drafted LaMelo. I went to that game, and then I went to a game this year, which was my first game in Atlanta, and then I'm going to a game in March. So I'm going to more games now that I'm down here. We beat the Raptors last time, right? Yeah, we beat them on the game winner. That was the game that I was at, and that was incredible, man. But I don't know how it's gonna fare tonight. So we'll see. Yep, Matt's first throw was a touchdown to Michael Jenkins, bro. I remember that against the Lions. I was watching that game. It was like 61 or 62 yards, something like that. Prime and Vic ain't do nothing but bring highlights. So yeah, that's a fact, man. King, I mean, you're right. I mean, I love Vic, but he wasn't able to win. You know what I'm saying? Dion wasn't able to win. Them guys weren't able to bring wins to Atlanta, and Matt Ryan did. Matt Ryan was the greatest thing that happened to the Falcons, and I stand by that. And Julio. Someone think it was Dan Quinn's fault. No, it wasn't Dan Quinn's fault. It was Kyle Shanahan's because Kyle Shanahan didn't know how to fucking call plays towards the end of the game when we had basically the game in the bag. He didn't know how to call plays, so he just all of a sudden forgot. I think he was paid off. Personally, I think it was fixed, but maybe I'm a little biased, so it is what it is. What are your NBA teams that need to break up and start over? The Wizards, I think, need to blow it up. The Bulls need to blow it up. The Raptors need to blow it up. Um, the Spurs have already blown it up. The Hornets pretty much have blown it up, but they need to further blow it up and just get rid of all their vets and just get all young guys. Um, those four really are the ones that come to mind for me. For teams that really just need to start from scratch, start over, start completely over. Oh, this game's so expensive. Yeah, they are. They really are. When I went to the Raptors game, I think I paid like 140 or 150 per ticket. Whenever me and my fiance went, and I mean, I had a blast, and it was well worth it. Because when I go to games, I get good seats. I'm not going to sit in the boondocks. I'm not, you know what I'm saying. I'm not going to sit in nosebleeds. I don't enjoy it that way. So I want to sit as close as possible. So I will be a person to spend money on tickets because I just would rather, if I'm gonna go to a game, I'd rather spend the money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nose itchy. Players don't like Nate. Now they know Nate is going to get fired, rather they win a championship. So train the crew going to step up. Hey, I hope you're right, man. I really hope you're right. I just don't know when it's going to happen if Nate does get fired. I found a close seat for $63. Damn, where did you find that at, bro? Because I ain't never seen close seats that cheap. I mean, depending on what you define close as. I mean, if you're in the hundreds, like the low hundreds, like in the hundreds, and then like the lower tier, then that's dope. Near the at. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, near the Hawks on. Yeah, that's dope, bro. Damn, that's cheap as hell. $63 for that. That's that's pretty. That's pretty dope, bro. Did it close? Oh yeah, okay, okay, I got you. I was at the last Rock games too. Got the Eastern Conference stack pack. Yeah, man, that game was dope, bro. I got videos. I was going crazy during that game. That game really was live, man, and that was the best experience I've ever had at a sporting event. Was going to that game. So it was my first time at State Farm Arena. So I had a blast going to that game, man. I can't wait to go again. God, my nose is so itchy. I'm sitting near where the players coming out. Monk, I sat where the players were coming out whenever I was when I went to the game in Charlotte. It was actually Vince Carter's last season. And I dapped up pretty much everybody, when it was coming out the tunnel. I almost had DeAndre Hunter's autograph on my hat, but you know what I'm saying, he bounced. So I almost had it though. He was literally right in front of me. I wish I would have took more pictures on that game, but I was so involved in the moment, so I didn't really take a ton of pictures. Mike is from New York. Wrestlers are New Yorkers. Well, that explains why they don't know how to run an Atlanta team because they think like a New Yorker, like the Knicks. Who's the who's the next up and coming coach we should be looking at? I was thinking from the pop Kerr tree. That's tough to say, man. I think Jacques Vaughn is going to be the next one of the next great coaches. I know he's been an assistant, but he's never been a head coach. At least I don't think he's been a head coach. But just seeing what Jacques Vaughn has done with Brooklyn, I think he's going to be a next coach to look at for like coach of the year type runner. Someone think that bubble season didn't count. Yeah, I put an asterisk on the bubble season, just because there's no travel. There's no the traveling is the biggest thing. When you don't have a team going from East Coast to West Coast, like that matters. And I just think no fans and everything, no home court advantage. I don't like the bubble. I think the bubble was definitely an asterisk. Oh man, what's up? The trade deadline is coming up. Which moves we made for this Dine team? Philip, that's a good question, man. I think JC is going to be on his way out. Um, Other than that, it's tough to say because I don't know. I don't trust the front office, and I don't really know. I'm not really like I'm hearing rumblings and everything. Like I'm hearing things, with just reading up on articles and stuff, but I don't really know what type of trades we can have. Are going to be looming going forward before the deadline. It's just like it's Jared Vanderbilt and Michael Beasley. Is it Michael Beasley? No, the hell? I literally just lost my train of thought. The Beasley kid in fucking Utah, not Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley was the 2008 draft pick. The hell, y'all know who I'm talking. Malik Beasley. Jeez, oh man, I can't fucking think of names. Malik Beasley, not Michael Beasley. Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley. I've heard that trade for John Collins, but nothing set in stone. So we'll see. If Big Frank and JJ play without Trey, we'll play tonight with Trey. We'll start winning. Maybe. I don't know. It just depends on the matchups, man. I don't know. Frank's not a defender, and we're already struggling defense, and Frank's not a defender. I mean, he does stretch the floor. I do like that about Frank Kaminsky. He does stretch the floor and gives another element to the offense, but he's such a poor defender and rebounder. So I don't know. Been a season ticket holder since they drafted Trey. That's dope, bro. If I lived in Atlanta, I would be a season ticket holder. No cap. If I lived there, I would be. But I'm about 2.5 hours from Atlanta, so that's a little too far to drive every game. So I don't do that. Do you think that Travis Link hands were tied to do anything? Yeah, I do. Philip, I think that reason why he wasn't able to do anything is because Nick Wrestler was over everything. So every time uh Travis Link wanted to do something, it was overshadowed by Nick Wrestler, and it literally was a report that Travis Schlenk didn't want to trade for DeJounte because the price was too steep, and others around the organization disagreed, and then Nick Wrestler overrode it, and we obviously know we trade for DeJounte Murray. All I want for this team is to head in the right direction. Right now, we're soft. Yeah, that's a fact. We'll see, man. We'll see. It's going to again start. It's a new game. We start tonight and we try and build upon the win last night. Even though it was an ugly win and it was not a satisfying win, it's still a win at the end of the day. We're 2 games under 500. Let's see if we can get this win tonight and maybe see if we can build. I'm trying to be optimistic, but it's very, very hard. Biggest disappointment so far in the season. You mean by player or team? I think team wise, biggest disappointment is Atlanta. And who's the other one that I said? Atlanta and who the fuck else did I say? Biggest disappointment. I think you asked me biggest surprise. Biggest disappointment in Atlanta and Portland. Because I thought Portland was gonna be a lot better. They started out the season hot and they just kind of declined. I know Dame missed a lot of games, but Mavs and Hawks are in the same situation. Mavs know how to win ball games. They know how to close out games. They're sitting around 4 or 5 games above 500. I would kill to be sitting about 4 or 5 games above 500 because we have 5 seed, but we suck. So I still believe that the Pacers trade for Collins is still on the table, and I would love Buddy Hill. Hey man, I would love to have Buddy Hill, bro. That boy is such a good shooter, man. I would like to see. I honestly would not mind to see a trade of Bogey and JC. As much as it would pain me to see JC go, I think he will flourish somewhere else. For Buddy Hield and maybe like a Jalen Smith and maybe a first round pick. I don't know. Do the Pacers do that? We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. We will be all right. Don't give up on it. I mean, yeah, I'm not giving up on us. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never give up on my boys. I will always be a fan. I will always support my guys. But it's hard to be optimistic and not be realistic about the way this season has gone. It's just been disappointing, man. It really has. Simons from Portland's Beast. Yeah, I love Anthony Simons, man. I love his game. He's kind of like a young Dame. Raptors fan here. Good luck to you all. You're all gonna need it. Raps have. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The Raptors they have played well against the Hawks, so it's gonna be a hell of a game tonight. So we got our hands full, and it's in Toronto. So we know we'll see what happens. We get a new coach. Jalen Johnson will be really good. Yeah, Jamal, I kind of said the same thing. I've been very critical of Jalen Johnson earlier in the season because his confidence has been lacking, and the way he's being utilized is not to his strength. But recently, he's been playing a lot better. He's playing with confidence. He's actually starting to shoot the ball a lot better. So I like what I'm seeing with Jalen Johnson, and the kid really does have a lot of skill. I mean, the way he runs the break, the way he gets the ball in transition. I like the way Jalen Johnson plays. I just wish he would play more to his strength and attack the rim more. What do you think about Kyle Korver, new position? I love it. I like Kyle Korver. I think he could be a great fit in that role. But it's just like to what extent because Nick Wrestler. Starting guards in the All Star games is Trey have a shot. Not as a starter. Timothy not as a starter. The starting guards, in my opinion, in the East is Donovan Mitchell and that's tough. Maybe probably Kyrie and Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, Kyrie and Donovan Mitchell probably are the two starting guards in the East. Trey will get a reserve spot, but uh, in the East it'll be Donovan and Kyrie. I know the Mavs are winning games, but they're not going to win the chip. No, they're not going to win a championship the way their roster is constructed. I mean, they also got to do a better job of building around Luca. So I agree in that aspect, but at least they're able to win games. But they're also playing a weaker conference. Jalen is the clearest point forward I've seen. Yeah, I like him as a point forward. I really do. He's shown that he can not run an offense, but he can get into transition and be that point forward type of guy. And I think that can continue to develop if he's utilized right. Frank can defend. He helped the Suns get to the finals. Yeah, but he didn't really get big minutes that with that team, man. I mean, he played, but like he wasn't like a key rotation player in that finals run. In that finals run. He sucked because of yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. All-star captain, who are your five starters? In the Eastern Conference, I would say Giannis, Giannis Tatum, KD, um, Kyrie, and Mitchell in the East. In the West, I would say Joker, uh, Joker, Braun, Curry, Shea, and no Luca. Damn, I don't know. Joker, Braun, Luca, Shea. Those are forward. I don't know. That one's tough. The last one's tough. Nick Russell has to have an insane audacity to think Kyle Korver will be. Yeah, yeah, I do agree with that. That's pretty wild. But you think we need a younger coach or someone that's already established in the league? Um, I think it has to be a mix. I think it could be a guy on the younger side that is not an old school coach, but that has a little bit of coaching experience, at least like as an assistant. But an old school coach like the guy that like Nate Now or like a Steve Clifford, someone like that's not going to get the job done. It's just we need a guy that's more to today's NBA. And I don't know. It's tough, man. It really is tough. The organization is slowly starting to go up in flames under the wrestlers kindling. Yeah, I mean, I said that too, man. That we're kind of a disaster to say the least, man. We're imploding, and it's all the front office and the ownership and all that, man. That needs to change. And I until that happens, man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to win many games. We need someone to run offensive sets. Yeah, I agree, Timothy. I think the offensive sets is definitely important because it's all ISO ball. All ISO balls at the end of games, and that's been a big problem. So we got about a couple minutes left in the stream. Game's about to come on in like couple no, no, like 7:10. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, man. If y'all want to fire in any last minute questions about the game, about the front office, whatever. If y'all want to fire in any last minute questions, we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna get out of here. Jesus Christ, couldn't get my freaking words right. Gonna get out of here. Go watch the game, and then I got my recap coming after. I have a feeling that there will be some moves being made, and if Landry Fields can pull a few rabbit, yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. I think definitely we need changes. We need changes. Who deserves a start in this front court between KD, Giannis, Joel, and JT? You got three. I would personally take KD, Giannis, and JT. That's just me. Um, but you could argue any three of those four. They've all been playing great. I mean, I guess if you want to take KD out only now because he's injured, then that's fine. But I think KD, Giannis, and JT are my three front court. Home team, let's get this done. No, no, no. No home team because we in Toronto tonight, man. No home team. So you're probably a Raptors fan. I appreciate you joining if you are. That's dope. The Jazz got to still with the coach. Yeah, I like Will Hardy. I really do. I think him. I think he has got a bright future in the league as a coach, and he's done a hell of a job with the Jazz so far this season with the amount the way the roster is constructed. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in basketball. Now they have fallen off recently, but they're still a better team than I anticipated. You are expecting too much out of Atlanta teams when they lose. They don't take it personally. Atlanta teams just started. I mean, I guess, but I'm listen, man. I gotta expect a lot. That's what I do. I gotta expect a lot out of my guys. I wish we had Jerry West who can run the Hawks organization. Yeah, but Jerry West now is hella old school, so I don't know how that would work in today's NBA. Let's get the W. Nice parlay. Trade 30 points. The over and the Hawks cover. That's not a bad bet. I mean, I ain't mad at that. I don't know if I'd take it, but I mean, I ain't mad at it. LeBron and KD All Star captains. Yeah, that makes sense. Trey is a yeah. Trey, I think Trey's fifth in voting, but he'll make the All Star team. I mean, once the GMs and everything start to vote, it's just fan voting right now. Trey's gonna get into the All Star game. I mean, he hasn't had a great season, but he's still averaging 27 and 9.5. Like he's gonna get into the All Star game. It'd be absurd if he didn't. Donovan Mitchell. I like Donovan Mitchell, man. That 71-point game was incredible. I think he'll be an all-star starter this year in the Eastern Conference. I think he's the way he's played this year is been incredible. I wish we had him. All right, man. So I'm gonna pretty much leave it there. That's all the comments. It is 7:32. So we're gonna get ready to go watch this game, and then y'all keep a lookout for the post game recap. I appreciate all y'all joining in the stream. Great content, great talk from all y'all. I appreciate everybody tuning in, firing in questions. We're gonna do another stream up and coming here soon. Y'all keep a lookout for the recap. You think Trey can carry us? Yeah, you can, Khalil. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. So let's go watch this game. Y'all keep a lookout for the recap, and I will see y'all at that. I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Appreciate y'all joining.